today's project is a gas pipe railing, stair railing, inside of a house. This is a Pinterest-inspired project, and I'm going to go into a little detail on how I got the job. These customers I've been doing work for over a year. They're part of a large network of referrals, and now they need a railing. They got a quote to have someone else do the railing that was $4,500, and they got a little sticker shock from that, and they came to me to get some input, and I kind of went over what the original guy should have done, is explaining why the project costs $4,500. And I went through the whole process of saying, okay, you've got 8 newel posts, and your design of newel posts costs about $120 each, and you got the top rail, you got the bottom rail, you got all your spindles in between, and then you've got the labor on top of that. And I gave a little bit more detail, and I said $4,500 is a very fair price for the design that you asked for, and including labor and materials. Well, it's just not in their budget. $4,500 is in their budget. So what they want to do, or they have done, is they've acquired all the materials themselves. All the newel posts, they went down to using only 3.5-inch newel posts, and they're going to use gas pipe from Lowe's as the rails. And I did explain to them of what code requirements are, and you know, the 4-inch sphere cannot pass through anywhere on the staircase. I'm not sure of the design. I know today my job is to install the newel posts. They are going to go to Lowe's, get the gas pipe cut and threaded so that they can screw on flanges and then screw them in between the newel posts. And I don't know if there's going to be 1, 2, 3 rails or 4 rails or however many rails. Just keep that in mind, that they are very aware that this is not a code compliant railing. If they were to ever sell the house, it would be kind of a red flag, and they would probably have to give a concession to the potential buyers to bring it up to like a standard safety code. Well, I think that's enough background. I'm doing it at a discounted cost because of the referrals and who they know. Who do they know? They know people that refer me a lot. So when these customers give feedback to my main core referral customers, that's good business. So yeah, we'll see. I think they want me to install a dog door and a load-bearing exterior wall also. So we'll see how that goes. So this is the stairwell. These are the newel posts. This one is going to get inset into this trim and attached to this wall here. And got a newel post that's going to sit on top of this tread right here. And this is the pipe. It's not gas pipe. It's not electrical conduit. I'm not really sure what this is. This is just galvanized pipe here. It's pretty stiff. I'm not sure the wall thickness, but these are the brackets that are going to hang on the side, and that's a set screw that'll tighten it in. These are the brackets. Again, this is all supplied by the customer. You'll get to see me put these in. And there's little trim pieces, little red oak trim pieces that cover these at the base. And I think that's it. I'm going to get started. I'm going to put one post in there, one post in here, and then I will hang the top rail and the bottom rail and then set the middle post. If that makes sense. These brackets go on all four sides. The instructions come with a template. Making sure the template works right. I'm almost tempted just to use the bracket instead of the template to drill. See how that works? This is Stella right there. Cletus, that's Cletus right there. But Stella has some separation anxiety. Stella freaks out when the owner leaves. This is where the first one's going to go. This is a lot of screws. There's supposed to be 12 of these. This one's going to get 9. Whoa, almost dropped it again. But 9 of these screws into this white oak and then in through the subfloor. Easy, girl. These things are going to be mounted pretty solid. So my goal is to get this closer to the edge, but not too far as where these are going to go through that lip. Want it to go into the actual floor. Dog. Get her now. Hey, Stella, chill out. It's okay. Okay, the way you get this thing plumb see we're off a little bit, is you loosen and tighten the different sides until you get your post plumb. So I got to tighten this side here to get it to tilt in just a hair. That's all she wrote. Keep in mind I do have a couple globs of silicone, and once that cures, this will be rock solid. That's the end of part one, and I wanted to talk to you about a topic that's come up in the comments. This job is a perfect example of what's been coming up. So say you are on a budget and you don't have the money, or you don't want to spend the money to just hire someone to do it all at a high price. What you would like to do is you want to do the research on the products, you want to scour the internet, find the best deals. You can finance all the materials on your credit card, you can get cash back or points or whatever. Most people like me don't take credit cards. So you want to get all the materials, and you need someone just to do the labor that has the right tools and has the experience to put it in all together correctly. It's not going to be easy, and I think even I have probably turned that offer down a few times. Mainly it was based on the person and how I interacted with them and just kind of feeling them out. And I thought to myself, this probably isn't a good deal. What I suggest is you have to ask people. You got to get first-hand experience or first-hand referral from someone who has used a specific company or a specific person. That is another one of the most common questions is, how do I find a handyman, or how do I find a carpenter? And you have to ask people. You got to ask people you work with. You have to ask your friends, ask your family, ask your neighbors. That's my suggestion. The next door. The contractors, the tradesmen don't go on there and promote themselves. Your neighbors are on there, and you can put a post up and say, hey, does anybody know a good handyman that's willing to work with, you know, the materials that I provide? And Susie down the street might say, hey, I know this guy, goes by the name of the handyman. Here's his number. That's a good way to find someone to do this type of work. If you have any questions about this type of job, whether it's the newel posts, the brackets, or hiring someone to use your materials, leave a question down below and I'll answer them in the beginning of the next video, which would be me putting up the water pipe. It's not a gas pipe. They're not using flanges. They are using those little hangers. Didn't know that until I got there. Goodbye.